Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Tyler. This video is going to be based upon how to eliminate stress. And I know that a lot of you have probably heard time after time again, well, the only ways to eliminate stress is that you got to relax, you got to relieve yourself, you got to go get you a little getaway, or that you have to go get some exercise, lift weights, or do some running or whatever. And then all of a sudden, when you have done all of those things, it does not eliminate the situation that you are in. It doesn't eliminate it at all. And then back again, you're in that same situation where you're dealing with a whole bunch of constant stress over and over and over again. So what I want to do for all of you people as of this evening while I'm doing this video, I want to have this in different divisions where how to eliminate stress in your life, possibly in the types of situations of what I am going to explain to you and how to possibly deal with it so it can possibly work for you and hopefully work for you. And so what I want to do is to get started talking about the first stressful situation where a lot of people probably are in, and that is you might be dealing with a situation where it is extremely stressful, to which you are the person that is in the household. You are the one that is the bread and butter. In other words, there might be 2 or 3 or 4 people that are living and staying in the house, and you're the only one that is paying the bills. And then none of these 2 or 3 people, rather they're roommates or family members, it does not make no difference. They are not doing anything at all. Some of them might be working, but not even adding their bargain to what they are supposed to be doing. And what do I mean by that? In other words, being responsible in paying their side of the bills. And you're the only one that is paying the bills. So, in other words, this type of situation has majorly stressed you out to the so much so that you cannot take it anymore. It done stressed you out mentally, and it probably done stressed you out financially. So, the only way that you can eliminate stress in this type of situation is that first, you have to have a talk with these 3 people about they're not taking their end of the bargain of responsibility in the pay for the bills. And you have to tell them, okay, you have to pay for some of the percentage of these bills. I just can't let this continue to go on. And you have to tell these people and to talk to these people about this. So, rather they're so-called friends or rather they're family members, and you done had this talk with them, and they still do not want to make the changes. They want to go blow their money on everything else, or they just want to sit around the house and not do nothing and want to go hang out with other so-called friends, which are some family members, and other so-called friends want to go hang out with other so-called friends. And this is still continuing to happen. I will sit here and I will say, the way that you eliminate the stress in this type of situation, after you done got through talking to them, in other words, you devise yourself a secretive plan. Keep quiet. Don't think about how much they're stressing you out. Think about making your way out of there. That's what you can do. Think about making your way out of there. And stop paying the bills. And then, as for the moment before you stop paying the bills, always have you another way out. In other words, your own apartment or your own house. And then whenever they're not there, then you move all of your stuff to that new apartment or that new house that you're moving in. That's what you do. And make your move in silence. Don't tell them nothing. And then, when you stop paying the bills, just get up, don't say nothing to them, and go. Because you don't have time to explain to these type of people what they're doing wrong in that type of situation. Because you had to talk with them, they don't want to make the changes, then in other words, that's what you do. Move out in silence. And then after that you moved out in silence, guess what? You don't have to deal with the stressful situation no more, since you are living by yourself in another house or another apartment. Or you might be staying with some loyal and faithful family members. It doesn't make no difference, but you are out of that situation and you feel like that there was a major burden that done set up off of you. And I will sit here and I will tell all of you people, you got to let go of those type of people that want to do sorts of things like that towards you, trying to put the burden on you, making it stressful for you. Or, if you do not want to move out in silence, sometimes you have to kick those type of people out of your house. If you're that bold enough. That's the way to eliminate the stress as well. But I want to go into the next one. And this is, most of you people are probably going through stressful situations with so-called friends that are not even really your friends at all. You call them bro, you call them sis, but overall they're not at all. And you know the reason why? Is simply because those type of people have not shown themselves faithful, have not shown themselves loyal, but every time that you turn around, they're calling you for a favor and sometimes lying to you in order to get what they want up out of you. And then leaving you high and dry as well. And you wanted to develop a friendship and be a friendship, and they're constantly doing the same thing over. So in other words, to eliminate the stress in your life, in this particular type of situation, you're going to have to let go of those type of friends. No matter how many years you have been with them, if you want to be stress-free and in good mental and emotional health, that's what you have to do. Because those type of people who are not loyal, who are not committed, always calling for you whenever that they want something, and sometimes lying in order to get what they want, they're going to stress you out. And doing things to you that they refuse to acknowledge. It is going to stress you out. So the way to eliminate stress in this type of situation, you're going to have to remove yourself. And you're going to have to delete some phone numbers too. Cutting them off without warning. But if you do want to talk to them, that's fine. But if they don't want to make the necessary changes in order to make the friendship right, then in other words, cut them off without warning, because you ain't got time to explain to people what they're constantly doing wrong. They know what they're doing wrong, but they refuse to acknowledge it. And you know the reason why? It's simply because of pride. So you will have to remove yourself from those type of people. And then speak to the universe and tell the universe this specifically, to get you the right type of friends that are faithful and committed unto you. That's what you tell the creator of the universe. And to be specific about it and believe that the creator of the universe will send right friends up into your life. But the problem is, with a lot of you people, you just don't want to be by yourself for the moment until the creator of the universe sends you new and faithful friends. And you're going to have to get out of that mentality in order to eliminate the stress in that situation. Alright. The next one. I know a lot of you people might be going through this one. And this one is stress in the workplace, where you might have low-down bosses, or you might have low-down people that are in the workplace, And it's majorly a stress unto you. Now, if so happenly that you don't like that job, but you're just there at that job to be working. The thing about it is, when it comes to those type of jobs, I want you to listen to me very closely. If you want to eliminate the stress that is in you concerning your workplace, that is all around you, you have to look at those type of situations that are there, and you have to turn it into your advantage. What do I mean by this? If the boss man, just say for an example, is putting all the workload on you, strongly dependent on you, then in other words, you change that and put it into your advantage. In other words, you say into your mindset, okay, this man strongly depends on me. In other words, when this man strongly depends on me, he is really in your power, if you understand what I'm saying. In other words, if you have someone in that type of situation that is strongly dependent on you, then in other words, you really have the mindset, okay, they're your boss, they're over you, but you have control over them. And you have to think of it, okay, I can quit anytime, but they don't know what to do. Or if you are in a situation where your boss or the manager or the supervisor is giving you new problems every time, you look at it, the situation, and you turn it to your advantage saying, okay, they're depending on me. The more that they depend on me, the more reliable I am in their eyes. And if I want to leave at any time, they ain't gonna know what to do. That's how you got to look at those type of situations. And then if you are in a situation with co-workers that are all around you, that are probably like to pick on you a whole lot. You have to train your mindset and change your mindset to look at it and turn it to your advantage. In other words, long as they don't put your hand on you, treat them fairly, treat them right, and then sometimes if they're laughing, in other words, turn it into your advantage and throw jokes at them. That's what you do. Turning things into your advantage. In other words, you're making the change and then you're turning it into your advantage. But look at it as that situation when you are in the workplace when you're dealing with stressful situation. It's called what I use: adapt, improvise, overcome. You're improvising the situation and you're adapting to turn it into your advantage so you can overcome it. You have to look at it as like that. Or when it comes, you might be in a situation, you might be dealing with some hard project or something like that, and you cannot find a solution. This is where you improvise the situation and adapt, and then you overcome. In other words, adapt to another solution. And if that don't work, adapt to another solution. If you are stuck somewhere. That's how you fix these type of stressful situations and eliminate them. But I hope a lot of you people understand where I'm coming from in that. Alright. When the next situation, I know that some situations just come out of the blue. Just like your car done broken down, or you don't have enough food, or whatever, or whenever you do not have enough money to go around for that particular week. Or it might be for your job, you might have got laid off or fired. These are talking about future situations that can stress you out, that can come out of the blue. I sit here and I say, the key to prevent stress and eliminate it and prevent it from coming into your life, I'm going to tell you one key thing: preparation. And you're probably asking me, Tyler, that doesn't make no damn sense. What do you mean? Let's look at number one, about the car situation, because that can happen sometimes. You only have one car to go to work or whatever. And then you are saving up, or you are getting enough money so that you can get another car to pay for another car note. Either way it goes. But you have another car. In other words, you are prepared just in case your car breaks down or something happens. So if something does happen on the side with that other car, then you got another vehicle, a backup vehicle to back you up. Depending on if you're in a light wreck, or if something breaks down and you need to fix it on that car, that won't be your only vehicle. And you are already prepared for that type of situation. You got a well-ran car or a well-ran vehicle. And you're not in a state of stress and worry. That's how you eliminate it. Just like for your job. Look, tell you the example for this one. This one is, you can get fired. You can get eliminated from the job. In other words, you can get laid off. Anything can happen. So, you look at this type of situation to prevent the future stress from coming into your life is to just save your money up. So just in case you do get fired, just in case you do get laid off, then what you will have on the side is a whole bunch of money on the side. And then sometimes you can just rest for a week and then get off your ass and then go look for another job. And you won't have nothing to worry about, people. It's just like if you don't have food in there that week or whatever because your money might be low. In other words, save you up some food. Store up food. There's wealth of information on YouTube on how to do that. You have no excuses. And then when you do that, you will have it for the kids. You will have it for yourself. Or if you're living by yourself, you will have it for yourself. If you in a money situation where you ain't got your check for that week. And you ain't got nothing to worry about. Now do you see where I am coming from in this? Do you see where I am coming from in this? Preparing is the key in these types of futuristic possible situations that could come. And I want to sit here and I want to add on to this one. Some of you might be going through financial situations. And I will sit here and I will tell all of you people who are going through financial situations that if you want to eliminate the stress financially, of that particular type of situation. First, I will say, which I'm not a financial guru or anything like that, is you need to get you some financial education from financial YouTubers that know what they're talking about, or go on the internet, or you can find someone who has went through the same situation as you and got out successfully and learn from them. And I will sit here and I will tell you, eliminating the stress when this financially will not be easy, but you have to practice your mindset and focus on eliminating, having it a plan, getting the financial knowledge, and then you're taking action with it. Because this is the way that you can get rid of it. Sometimes it might take 1, 2, 3, 4 years. But if you continue to focus on doing action with that plan based on the financial education you get, then you are dripping away that financial stress piece by piece. That's how you eliminate that stress that is in your life. So, this is the way how to eliminate stress in this type of situation. And sometimes it's a process. It ain't just easy peasy pie, just like that. And if you need to get your mind together and to get away, just like some just like some self-help gurus say, do that. But get your mind and get a plan. And I'm going to sit here and I want to say this to all of you, that when it comes to eliminate stress in these types of situations, you have to do what you have to do in order to eliminate it. Sometimes it may be, you might be in a situation where you have to change yourself a lot of times so that the change outwardly can come. And sometimes that has to happen, people. Sometimes. Sometimes in the workplace. Sometimes when it comes to preparation. Sometimes when it comes to the type of friends that you are around. Or any type of stress that you are under. So, I'm asking all of you that it's all right up in here, your mind. All right up in here. So, I'm going to go on ahead and cut this video short. And for those who liked and watched this video, I give you the invitation to please subscribe to this channel, because you'll receive weekly content on a weekly basis. Thank you and have a great and awesome day or evening, people.